If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful. Start putting some pressure on. Put some pressure on yourself.
We leveled up one of our major funnels and it rapidly increased the conversion rate.
He thinks he puts his heart into what he does to be able to deliver.
You know, you and Macy, both super sharp, man. And that's one of the biggest pleasures of working together. You guys are like diamonds, you know, very hard to come across in the digital world.
Best looking profile on Upwork for ClickFunnels. I'm like, this guy is the best. Like, this is the guy I need.
He's so thorough with his work. He shows you what he's done, why he did it that way, how to access things. I just so trust him.
Yeah, really into the detail and cannot recommend him highly enough. Buddy, thank you like for everything you've done. And yeah, love working with you.
Nothing But Up, the podcast, season 2, with your host, Jamir Angelo.
Sage about the flex.
Welcome to the podcast. This is Jamir Angelo, your host for Nothing But Up, a podcast. And I'm coming to you live here from a simple home office in the province of South Cotabato. So, guys, you're tuning into season 2, episode number 2. And we'll be hanging out today with probably one of my top 10 personal favorite people to hang out with at any given time, any given day, or maybe at any given situation. No other than my lead funnel specialist from Funnel Expert PH, proudly, Mr. Jolo Arevalo. But before we bring him in, let's try to throw some love to all our listeners and viewers. Season 2, episode 1 was the very first episode of season 2, and I did hang out with my brother and my sister, Faye and Mark. Shout out to you. Currently, we are at 227 viewers on YouTube. It's such a good number to kick things off. We got about 865 plays on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast combined. So again, I really appreciate you for hanging out with us and for supporting the show. And also big thanks and love to our listeners from the US. 35% of our listenership are from there, actually. And 50% are from the Philippines for obvious reasons. And the rest are spread across 12 more countries. So shout out to our solid followers and listeners from Ohio, Washington, Texas, Virginia, California, Georgia, New Jersey, Minnesota, Michigan, New York, Arizona, Oregon, Florida, Connecticut. We got one from Pennsylvania. And also shout out to all the listeners from Germany. Not sure if I'm saying it right, but it says Hesse or Thuringia. Hopefully I got it right. Shout out also to all our followers and listeners in Qatar, UK, France, Canada, UAE, Australia. To my aunt there, Aunt Nelly, hope you're good. The Netherlands, Singapore, and I think this 4 is pretty brand new. We got a brand new listenership from Indonesia, Taiwan, Ireland, Sweden, and Mexico. And guys, surprisingly, the majority of our listeners are women at 58%, and 49% actually coming from the age bracket of between 28 to 34. So I believe that's where the category where young professionals is probably part of it, right? Very promising numbers, and yes, because of this, it keeps us from moving. So let's dive right into today's topic. Because it is true. Success is not a very comfortable procedure. It will never be, right? And if you stay in your comfort zone, you are shaping yourself for failure, right? I kind of decided to talk about this because you see, personally, I fell victim to it. Decades back, I did settle for less because why? I was comfortable. And I was comfortable with not having so much money and settled for less. As long as my family eats 3 times a day, I was good, man. I was good during that time. I settled for a job that I felt easy. I was a security guard for 2 years in the Philippines. So, earning below minimum wage, working 12 hours a day, working, wee hours of the night. It was something I regretted a lot because, I could have done way better during those years. But because of that experience, it did challenge me a lot, right? I discovered funnel building, became a funnel specialist, and now serving clients across the globe, working with top business coaches, Hollywood actresses, music icons, dating coaches, real estate tycoons, you name it. And I'm so proud of what I've become. However, my success came with so much uncomfortable stuff that I had to face. I wanted to scale, right? I wanted to earn quicker, faster, bigger, and I'm trying to hit big time. And for most people, my hustle is unquestionable, right? The only way for me to go up is to give up my one man show and build up a team, right? A team whom I can trust and allow me to grow. So yes, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you want to be successful, and that's exactly what I did. Because you see, if you stick to where you are right now and decide not to make drastic changes or maybe make actions for the betterment of your life, maybe it could be your professional career, business, freelancing, or even with your relationship. Trust me, you'll be stuck, right? And it won't take you anywhere. That is why this topic is really really timely. Why? I know I know that, and I get the gist of why you're here and why you're listening and watching the show. You may be looking to get some free resource somehow and how you can grow as a freelancer or perhaps thinking of being one. And this episode covers that. Right. So drop your comments in, show us some love. We'll answer your questions live, and we'll dive right in to that later on. So let's not hold this off any longer because, let me introduce to you this dude that I solidly trust and appreciate, right? I mean, he was hailed as the Sultan of the South, and his odyssey took him to the land of the Queen City of the South, Cebu, the land where he prospered, harnessed his strengths, and where he jumped started his career and his wonder. He was a former sales representative from 2007 2009. Also became an assistant team lead and training assistant 2009 till 2010. Memorable interaction coach or sales coach from 2010 to 2012 for the company Aegis People Support, which I used to work in the past. He is also a former regional account manager from 2013 till 2017, inside sales support from 2017 to 2019, global sales key user from 2019 till December of 2020 for Lexmark, an international company based in Cebu, and currently our lead funnel specialist at Funnel Expert PH, worked with former NBA player Rashid Jones Jennings, well-known women's dating coach Nelly Sudri, and he was a major contributor factor to the funnel's outcome, hitting $50,000 for the first month upon launching, and he got so much more. A film director, video editor, and my very own lead funnel specialist, my good friend. I'm so proud to introduce to you Mr. Jolo Arevalo. Welcome to the show, man. What's happening?
Hi, Jameer. Hi, everyone. And thanks, of course, for having me tonight. Nothing but up, right?
Nothing but up, man. Nothing but up. Again, Jolo, I appreciate you for hanging around. I know that I've been bugging you for I think for the past couple of days just for you to get into the podcast, and you know the reason why?
I don't know. What's the reason?
well, well, I wanted to bring you in. Could literally this episode is the probably the one of the medium that we can share for people that's kind of
Mm,
like looking to do freelancing. Because I know we've been talking about this for quite some time now, and I
right.
understand that you were in the industry in the corporate world for merely what 14 years in total,
14
and
years.
then you made the sudden change to freelancing. So your insights could definitely help so much people if for people thinking about freelancing. But anyway, before we go deeper and become serious about the topic,
Mhm.
um, any shout outs you want to throw, people you want to greet, or stuff that you want to promote? Go ahead, please.
Oh, sure. And first off, I'd like to thank you for definitely a great introduction, an awesome introduction. That was, I would say, a nothing but up introduction. And thank you so,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much, Jim, for having me tonight. And of course, I'd like to take this opportunity as well to thank my funnel expert family. I know you guys are listening to Kokoy, Nene, Apple, Shao, Macy, Renz, and I'm not sure if I forgot someone. Of course,
Roger.
my Roger, Kat, everyone, and of course my friends and families from Cebu City. I'm not sure if they are listening right now. I don't
Probably,
share the.
probably.
Oh, yeah. Maayong gabi isa kaninyong tanan diha sa Cebu City. Yeah, I miss Cebu. You were
I
there.
know
You were
that.
there last. Yeah, you were
Yeah, yeah, I
there
was
2 days
there.
ago,
I
right?
think, yeah, probably 2 days ago. Yeah, I had fun. I had fun. Shout out to everybody in Cebu, the place where I'm at. So, yeah, and again, Jeff, again, thank you so much for being here. And maybe to kick things off, let's try and read our comments right here. We got a couple. And again, guys, I really encourage you to drop your comments. If you have any questions, that would be great. Would be happy to answer it for you. Anything about freelancing or transitioning. We got one here from our CEO, Macy. We're here. Hope you're doing good. My ever supportive sister, shout out. we got
Ivy.
we got Nova right here from Cagayan de Oro City. Hope you're good, Novs. Uh, Next episode starring Undoy Laroy Laroy, Wilfred Firefly. Undoy, shout out to you, man. Hope you're good. We got one here from I don't know if you know you know her, Jeff, or Jorly May Labarinto.
Oh, she's actually one of my friends in Seoul, Sultan Kudarat.
In Seoul. Okay, gotcha. Back. Hope you're good, Jorly. We got one here from the founder of Easy Funnels Academy. Grabe profile how. We got one from Renz. Renz, shout out to you, man. What's up? What's up? Who else? This one is cool, man. Let's not talk about relationship. Do you really want to go there, bro? Do you really want to go there? Huh? All right, we got one from Face. Sibunga represent. Shout out to everybody. A good friend of mine, Miak. Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. Um, we got one here from Roger. Shout out watching from Realme GT Master Edition. The fuck, man. Wala pa na fully paid. Ginasukot ko pa ni Antilaling. Damn, Jer. Anyway, shout out to you,
Bo-
man. Shout out to you.
yeah, Boy Boy is also watching.
He is? That's good. Shout out to
Yeah.
you, boy. Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. And we got tons of different comments coming in. So, yeah, keep it coming, guys. Would really appreciate if you got some questions about freelancing, about transitioning from corporate world to doing freelance jobs. So And since I mentioned that, let's probably start off with that. So tell me, Jeff, how many years you were again working for, a corporate setup?
Well, first off, my wide range of experience has been with sales and marketing operations. I have been with the BPO company or business process outsourcing industry for little over 14 years. And of
Oh
course,
wow,
that will
nice.
be for, in various roles as a sales
Mm,
representative, as you have mentioned, assistant
mm,
team lead, sales coach for a financial banking vertical account,
mm.
JP Morgan and Chase. I was a sales
Oh
rep
wow, that's a
back
big,
then.
big company,
And
man.
I know. And I was also regional account manager for a manufacturing company, which is Lexmark International.
Hmm.
And yeah, for long 14 years, little over 14 years.
I see. So if you sum it up, close to 14 years, you said, right?
Yes, for 14 and a half, I'd say. Yeah, since
Awesome.
2007, I guess. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, man, you
But I only
really
have
had a
two.
good.
But Jameer, I only have two companies. How about you?
I know. I don't want to talk about it, man. I've hopped on different companies, but it was a good. It was a good stretch, Joff. I think it
I
was
know.
like probably about 8 9 years, and I'd say what, 4 companies in total. I think so. Do you really want to go there?
No, no. Let's ask Macy how many
Yeah,
companies
we
she
should
has.
probably ask Macy. Just probably ask Macy about that. Anyway, again, I sincerely thank you for answering that, because I really wanted to stress that out. Because again, it really doesn't. It really, for me, it really doesn't matter if how long you've been working in corporate. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But sometimes, when the pandemic hit, which happened about 2 years ago, there were tons of realizations that kicked in for most people,
Mm-hmm.
generally speaking, for the BPO industry. That's literally meaning to go and do freelance jobs instead of having to report to their offices and
Right.
having to go away, step out of the house. Sometimes their health are being, compromised somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big determining factor, altogether. And this could be a good topic that we can probably get back later on the show and talk about. But let us go ahead and take. I want to get your take about today's topic. Success is not a very comfortable procedure. It will never be. And if you stay in your comfort zone, you are shaping yourself for failure. So, what's your take on this? And can you share some personal experiences, maybe that you may have gone through about success?
Well, I know if I'd say this quote, everyone will laugh at me. I know I've been, saying this all the time with you guys, with Funnel Expert
No, try
PH,
me,
as
try
well
me,
as
try me, try me. I want to hear it.
what what's my favorite quote, if you know what's my favorite quote.
That's on your profile. That's on our website.
Yes, it's
Yes.
really success is a journey, not a destination. Because you know
Hmm.
what, Jameer, I think that's my law of life. It is
Hmm.
very important to have a law of life to base our life on.
Hmm.
A law of life that means a lot to me really is success is a journey, not a destination. It means that um, what matters is not necessarily where you are at the end, but what
Hmm.
you accomplish while you are trying along the way. Simple
Yes.
as no matter what you do, no matter what, as long as you try, you can never fail. And
Yeah.
if you fail, learn from those mistakes. And of course, still continue on the next journey. And of course, on that journey, you need to be a little wiser this time.
Yeah.
So that's my take on success.
Necessarily agree. And um, I think I could probably share to our listeners and viewers that it was a tough decision for you to do when you decided to go back home here in Mindanao and fully decided to do freelancing. Of course, with our guidance here and with Macy, your best friend. And not everybody will be placed in a position where there's someone that's willing and able to help them,
Mm,
right? And I
correct.
think that's one of the reasons, partly, I'd say, that's there was a big contributing factor above it all.
Correct.
All right,
I
cool.
agree.
So, what led you to leave the corporate world somehow, knowing that you were paid massively before, and I mean, money was there. So it's really interesting for me to know what made you decide to pull the trigger and switch into freelancing.
Well, I don't want to be emotional. As you may know, I am really an emotional
I
person.
know,
But
I know. You won the award last time.
because but because I love you, I love Funnel Expert PH, I will tell the whole story. The reason behind,
Please, Jeff, I
you
would
know,
really, really appreciate it.
switching from the corporate world to the freelancing. So, what happened was when the pandemic hit the world, I was still in Cebu, working from home.
Hmm.
Take note, alone in my
Wow.
room for a day, for a week, and even for
Hmm.
a month. And I was, very afraid to die inside my room alone. And at that
Really a
time,
die inside
yeah,
your room.
I know. And at that time, I received a news that my father
Hmm.
got stroke, and my mind was not feeling well. And I researched about what's happening in my mind, what's happening to me, to my emotions, and I found out that I think I had an anxiety. So it wasn't easy because um, the fear is there. My mental health wasn't in good condition, and I started researching on how to overcome those anxiety, and finally found a solution. And you know what? The solution is to talk to people. That's number one. Talk to someone that you can trust. And eventually I started sharing my stories to some of my good friends, my trusted friends, and started opening up to Macy about what's happening to me. And she said that time, oh my God, I'm gonna cry, Jameer.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I mean, I know
I hate this part.
you've been through a lot, and probably it's one of the best things that you can probably do is to kind of like open your hearts out. Because trust me, Jeff, it's not just you. Tons of people are suffering from anxiety. Maybe probably a good term about it is midlife crisis. People will go through that, and you were able
Um,
to overcome that. You're able to overcome that, and I'm really happy that you're in a good spot, and you were able to get it across, right? Like really accomplishing when you need it. I know for a fact you're literally staying for good now in Mindanao, and things are doing good for you professionally. Things are cool with your family now, so you're in a good spot. But
yeah.
believe me, everybody here will really get some inspiration out of it. So it is indeed a very very inspiring story, Jeff. So tell me, when you went through, decided to go home finally, what was the first thing you did? You know, did you hang out with your friends in your hometown? How did that go?
Yes, I hang out with you guys. Remember that? After my 14-day
You
quarantine,
fucking
I was,
surprised me, man.
yes, I know. So, yeah, as my story, continued. Uh, Macy told me to, go back home, puli na bala diri, kay tabangan ka namon. And then my full-time freelance world started from there.
Nice, nice, nice. And that's when I think I was in the middle of my sleep. You came, and you
Yeah,
came. It was a
November.
total surprise. Yes, November. That was it. And you really caught me by surprise. And I think Jamie was the one who's mentioned that he has he has a surprise for us. It was a plant, remember? It's called Black Mamba. Damn you, Jamie. It was a good one. It was a good one. So I really had a good laugh. I really had a good laugh when I saw you. But again, massive, massive props for you, Jeff, for finally deciding to, you know, finally deciding um to go home for good, and for admitting that you had anxiety, because not everybody has a balls to say that, right? People are in denial most of the time unless you got some
I
real
know.
people beside you
Right.
that will really go through that. And then take a look at this, Jaffa. I don't know if you know about this, but Mark here, my brother, he had anxiety too, right?
Mm.
So this here, Faye here, admitting that you had anxiety is actually a huge step, which is true, right? It
Yeah.
keeps you moving. And the best comment I've seen so far is Andy Player is our answer. So mad props to Andy Player. That's free promotion for you, huh? It's free promotion for you. So yeah, I mean again, Jeff, thank you so much for a very inspiring story that you shared over. And let's talk about funnels, because this is where I'm really interested about. So, how did you find it when you first saw it? When I introduced it over to you, I know this career that you're at first. What was your initial understanding about it?
Well, for ClickFunnels, at first I was amazed because it's like creating a website. But when I started building more and more funnels through ClickFunnels, I was able to understand that it is not just a website. It is an awesome platform that is very important to our clients. That will help them with their niche, and it is, I think, definitely a new era of website building and creating
Definitely,
or building
yeah,
fun. It is challenging in a way that make sure to put all your heart in it.
definitely, and that's something I always preach. Yeah, I always preach that. I mean, ClickFunnels is just merely, I'd say merely an instrument for all of us as far as freelancing goes. We want to make sure that we get to build a funnel that is 100% relevant to what the client is building, and we somehow help them as far as promoting it, making sure that everything is working dynamically. And yeah, funny thing is that I was so damn proud about it that I really wanted to share that. Really wanted to share it over to you. Wanted to for you to get a good glimpse as to how I'm doing it, the stuff that I was able to make, some samples thrown in front of you, because I wanted you to mimic the stuff that I'm doing, so that you're kind of like skipping the process of, you know, starting out as a freelancer, where you're, I'd say, technically skipping the process of, starting as a virtual assistant, having to go through being paid so low. And I mean, don't get it wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong being a virtual assistant. It's perfectly fine. We're all aligned in different fields, as I'd say. And this is just probably one of it. And I was able to get the platform introduced over to you. You were the first ever, you know, partner that I had for building out funnels. You and Renz, of course, along with Macy. Um, and yeah, we've been through a lot. I mean, it's been over a year, and I wanted to also know, Jeff. I'm not sure if you can hear me good now. But I think we're having some technical glitch somehow. Uh, but I wanted to see how was it working directly with clients that we handled here at Funnel Expert PH. Let's maybe start off with the NBA guy, Rashad Jones Jennings, that you were able to serve. I guess we're having some technical difficulties right now. Joff just got out, but we'll get back to him later on the show. Now, guys, just so you know, Joff was the first ever, I'd say, first ever partner I had, along with Renz, as part of the team. So I was able to designate and provide clients for him, building out funnels. With how we work is that, I get to close clients, and I get to uh, I get to delegate the task to either Joff or Renz, and started for merely about, I think, for about a month or two. We were able to go through that, and then that's when I decided to fully go serious about it, and decided to ramp up the company and make sure that we can service as many clients as much as possible, and we'll be able to help as many people as much as possible. I think we have Jolo back in the line. Hopefully he is. If not, forgive me. I'm gonna have to speak a little bit more today. But anyway, we got. Let's go through some comments right here for us. Macy right here. So proud of you. How strong you are. Proud of you always. We are definitely proud of you. We got a comment here from Jamie. Movie worthy life story. MKK. I don't know if that's right. We got one from Mark here. Go Easy Funnels team. Go guys. But never boo click follows, man. Come on. You started from there. What the hell are you talking about? We got one from Renz right here. Hidden battles are always the hardest. Love lots, Joffrey Jolo. That is definitely true. You guys are one of the lucky ones to be mentored by the best in the industry. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. Again, no better person can support me other than my sister. So thank you so much for doing so. Appreciate you. I don't know if you still have Jolo here. Let's try to bring him on. Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, here. I think I'm
No,
having
no,
a
you're
bad
good. You're good.
connection.
Yeah, I know that. But you're definitely good, man. I mean, the most important thing is you're back, you're here. So I was kind of like talking about the experience we had, just to backtrack to what I was discussing.
Mm,
Um, I told everybody that when we started, you were technically the first people that I did partner with, you and Renz, when we started. So
that is right.
since you're here, since you're back, I wanted to ask you, how was it working directly with clients that we handle here at Funnel Expert PH? Let's maybe start off and kick things off with the NBA, ex NBA player that you served, and then we can go with
Oh,
Nelly after that. Rashad Jones
r- r-
Jennings. How was your
yeah, Rashad.
experience? And can you share it to everybody?
Well, actually, with Rashad, I had a lot of opportunities working with his funnel. Maybe because I didn't understand what funnel is, or maybe I wasn't
Hmm.
focused because I am still working with Lexmark at that time. But
Yeah,
overall,
yeah.
I yeah, but overall, it was actually an eye opener for me because this is where all it started. This funnel of Rashad made me realize that, I want this job.
Yeah. And I guess I lost you again, Jeff. Um, yeah, I should probably pick you up right here. So I think with Nelly, yeah, I think I would agree with you. When you started primarily, you know, working with an ex NBA player, which is definitely probably one of the biggest catch the company ever had, having to work with professionals like him, and who happens to work for literally started for a real estate company, right? So it was a real estate company that, and we built a funnel for a real estate business. So it was something that I am an expert with. So I kind of like delegated the task with you, work with you hand in hand to make sure that we meet all that is expected out of the project. But considering that you were new and somehow there were some probably some differences as far as really understanding what funnels are really all about. You had some issues building it out, but we were able to pick it up. That's the most important thing, and we were able to go through that. And I'm not sure if you can hear me. Yeah, because I believe I lost you again, but nonetheless, we'll get there. And I got a little surprise for you when you get back. So we'll probably do that when you get back over. Um, and yeah, we got a comment here from Mark. Started with ClickFunnels and same reaction with Joff. That is true. Yeah, and I mentored you. Yeah, so I think we have Joff back in the line. So Joff, you were saying about Nelly. I'm sorry. Let's go back to Rashad because you got cut off for a second there.
Oh, with Rashad's ClickFunnel project, I wasn't focused at that time because I'm still working with Lexmark. But yes, as I've said, it's really an eye opener because with that funnel, all it's this is where all it started.
Yeah.
I'd say I want this job, and I'll make sure to do well at it. And with Nelly, it's a different story because I got a chance to, talk to Nelly, communicate with her, and be
Yeah.
able to know what she really wants for a funnel or the design that she really wanted. And of course, that's what makes the project easier with your help, of course,
Definitely.
and the rest of the team and Macy. Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess I could probably say there's two reasons why. One, when you started with Rashad, we're kind of like you are in the beginning stage of your career. You're trying to absorb everything that is being thrown at you, as far as teaching you the techniques, the strategies, how to design, all those shit. But when you work with Nelly, you are already an expert when it comes to designing, setting up the funnel steps, making sure that everything's all aligned. I got a funny comment here, Jeff. I can't hate but bring this up. I copied Jameer's Upwork profile. Then I got my first project. Then he created it and recorded his screen on other things. But guys, that's true. That was true. And of course, I'm doing it for my brother,
Wow.
man. So I had to do it for my brother. So that was part of the game we had. And Jeff, I have a little surprise for you here. Speaking of Nelly, I really wanna share this over to our viewers and listeners. Check this out, guys.
Hi, my name is Nelly. I am the owner and founder of Ask Nelly, and Jolo and his team helped produce an incredible course for my followers. I have over 750,000 followers on social media, and I really needed someone who understood design and how to bring this vision of mine to life. Someone who has experience with courses and ClickFunnels, and truly Jolo did a phenomenal job. He, is great at communication. We had an awesome working relationship, super professional. His whole team is honestly excellent. And him, as well as Jameer and Macy, really did blow me away. I'm very new to the course space. I have been a dating coach for about a year, and I wanted to produce something for my followers. And I had no idea where to start. And so for him, I was able to really collaborate, and he took the lead. And if you don't believe me, if you don't want to take my word for it, look at the website, because honestly, that's just a testament to the level of professionalism that he produced. And it's ask-nelly.co. We saw a lot of success in the beginning, so we're still, in the infancy of it all. But if this is, a little taste of what this team has to offer, I can't even imagine, what more they can produce. If you're wondering who to use and you're trying to create, an excellent course through ClickFunnels, or I know they work on other softwares too, I can tell you right now, this is the team to use. They are phenomenal, and I don't have enough good things to say, clearly. So yeah, I really appreciate Jolo. I appreciate his whole team, and the work speaks for itself.
See?
Wow.
All props to you, man. All props to you. That project, if I remembered it correctly, took us about nearly 5-6 months to complete.
Yeah.
And I think the
Because she was
bottleneck
so
was,
busy.
yeah, she was so busy. That was the bottleneck there. And guys, for everybody watching or listening to this show, it was pure passion and love for the game. That's one thing that I really, really appreciate from you so much, because I felt that you were so aligned with my vision, and you really made sure that you applied some personal touch over, the funnels that you built, and it really turned out to be, a phenomenal result when the funnel went live. So, mad love and respect for you, and it was good.
And I've heard, it's really doing well, right?
It
In
is
Ken and
doing well.
Ann.
It is doing well. Okay, let's talk about bonuses by December, maybe. Not now. Not now. Yeah. Anyway,
Just
yeah,
kidding.
those are the stuff that I really wanted to share. It's going to be an
Mm,
eye opener for a lot of people. And I guess we're just pretty blessed that we were able to establish ourselves for the past couple years. We're able to acquire clients as quickly as we can and get paid as quickly as we can. And now we are in the brink of scaling. So it's all because of you. It's all because of the rest of the team members at Funnel Expert PH. And again, this is a good epitome of how to become a funnel builder or a funnel expert. Okay, you got to start from scratch. You got to need to make sure that you absorb all the learnings being thrown at you, and really making sure that everything being put out is for your benefit, for your good, right? So again, Joe, not everybody knows about this, but it's been over a year now. We actually had our first year anniversary of the of the company, of the team, and you get a good sense of me already. We went through a lot, you know that, right? And I don't want to get you off guard, but as your friend and your mentor, or let me rephrase it, if you're not within my circle, meaning we don't know each other and we are not connected at
mhm,
all, will you be comfortable
mhm.
working with me?
Hmm. Okay. To be
So
to
I
to be
caught you off guard.
fair, oh yeah, yeah. So I think, to be fair, no, because your
That's
personality
not
is
fair.
somewhat
That's not
similar.
fair.
No, it's maybe it's just a no for now, because your personality,
Uh,
because I don't know you at that time, right? I mean, I don't know
let's say, for
you,
example,
so
let's say for example, you don't know me at all, right?
yeah, I don't know you at all, so I would say no, because your personality is somewhat similar to mine, with all your tattoos and maldito looks. I am pretty sure I will be afraid. So that's another anxiety in me. but, but but you know what? But I guess we are just so lucky, Jameer, and thank God we have Macy with us. We definitely have
Yes,
something
yes.
in common. We
Yeah.
both love her, right?
Yes, that's true. I would agree. I would agree.
Yeah.
And all props, mad love to Macy, our CEO, for the company.
Yeah.
And I guess that's true, Joe. I get that a lot. People tend to see me as something so strong, maybe a little vibrant somehow, and very straightforward, which I like about you too, because that's exactly who you are as well. So you throw punches at me,
Remember
all
Jameer.
straight, and I really love that. Not all. Yeah, yeah, go.
Remember, we are in the same company. We are in the same company back in 2007, and you're a dancer. I was a
2007,
dancer
8.
as
Yeah, yeah.
well in the company. But right, we didn't talk anything. I mean, we're just
We
passing,
didn't talk.
to
We
each
didn't talk at all.
other, kind of like that. So
Yeah.
I
Before then, I could
know.
really
So
sense your
I'm pretty sure
competitiveness
it's
in
it's
you.
it's it's hell no. I know you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true. I mean, although we cross path along with each other during those
competitive.
years, and I kind of like, yeah, I see your competitive spirit in you, and yeah, I don't think. Okay, I will accept that. That is definitely a fair answer. I believe it's a fair answer. And let's probably try to jump into some of our comments here, Jeff. We got a couple here from, let's see. We got a couple here from uh oh, baby girl, hope you're good, watching from Perth, Australia. Mad love, shout out to you. We got one here from Jam Carlo.
We miss you.
Um Hard work paid off. Nelly's really pleased. Woohoo! Uh, yeah, we got a legitimate question here, Jeff. From, I'm not saying that some are not legitimate, legitimate, but this is something not within our circle. Um, we got one here from Daryl Neal. Let's try to show it up here. Hi, Jolo. How many funnels you've built on that 6 months, or just maintaining the funnel? I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, I think Jeff is not around. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Sometimes technology plays trick on us. But yeah, I'd be happy to answer this for
Okay.
you. I think Jolo's back.
Yes, I am
Jeff, can
back.
you hear
Sorry
me?
about that.
That's cool.
For
That's cool.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, you're good. You're good. So we have a question here for Daryl. He says, "Hi, Jolo. How many funnels have you built on that 6 months period, or just maintaining the funnel?"
I think for the past 6 months, I do have a lot because, as you may know, Jameer, uh, I wasn't able to share this one to you guys earlier. I also got a chance to have my own client, not only from Funnel Expert,
Mhm.
but also
Yeah, yeah,
applied
yeah. That's true.
uh,
Mhm.
for a I think three clients that I had um, last January and Feb. But I think I'd say there's a lot to me, right? I can count.
We can't count. We can't count.
We're almost a
Probably
year.
over a
Yeah.
hundred, maybe. Over 100, probably.
No, that's
But I believe
yours.
if
That's yours.
I'm not. No, I mean we onboarded tons of clients. Probably
Yeah,
last quarter of last year. So there were tons. Just from Courtney alone, we had so many, right? So
so many.
um,
Yes.
anyway, for Daryl, if you're asking about the funnel that Jolo built for Nelly, the client that we had so much success in the dating game or the dating niche, I think we had about two major funnels for her, Joff, right? It was the VSL funnel number one, and then the
Mm,
membership site, which was hosted on ClickFunnels. I guess
members.
if that answers it, then definitely that was it. One funnel, and we're just simply maintaining it, and then we got one for the membership site. We have another question for from Faye. What was your biggest learning in the past year? Was it
Mm.
being so emotional? How do you how do you answer that?
Well, for me, I guess it's about it's all about communication. You know, in our team, if every one of us communicate well, we can definitely have a good working relationship. We have a healthy working environment.
We had a good argument, I'd say, a healthy argument that we faced. I think that was last quarter of last year, Jeff, right? When we had
Hmm.
a little miscommunication about some stuff or projects that we handled, and I'm so happy that we were able to overcome it. Again, thank you so much to you. for staying true and very respectful despite all the words I was able to spit out. You know me now, and I certainly respect you. Um,
Yeah.
this one is really, really crazy. Jamie says, "No effing way. You were brutally.
No fucking
You
way.
were really
You're
brutal."
really, you're really brutal. It's so jammy.
Oh, Jam. It's so jammy. It's so jammy. Now I know it's definitely him who's commenting right here. Ah, another good one. My answer is yes. I'm equally brutal.
Yes, equally brutal.
Jeff, I think it seems like we're being bashed right now. Or am I being bashed right now?
I know.
And- right. Another question, Jeff. I don't know if you can hear this. Here, Daryl here was asking. I don't know what happened here. Hi, Jolo. I know this is more personal question, but can you share to us what where you get so where you can get some ideas about funnel design or just look into some WordPress templates? This is a good one. Now I wanna get your best practice on this, Jeff. And I think I lost you again, but I'd be happy to answer it. And I know this question is not pointed to me, but as soon as Jolo is back, would try to get his feedback or answer for this. So if you ask me, where to get ideas as far as funnel design, I literally base it from the company branding, right? Or if they already have a website, I will try to hex. I will try to get the font type they're using. I'll try to get the vibe they're bringing. And then if there's something questionable about it, I always relay it to the client and provide suggestions or tips and how we can probably optimize it. But Jeff, since you're here,
Mm.
yeah, Daryl was asking if
So,
how do you get ideas about funnel design, or do you look into some WordPress templates?
no, because as per our funnel strategies, our CEO, we need to put, you know, our hearts in it in the funnel, and it's. I think it's really based on uh, the customers' needs as well. The customers want. I mean, the clients' requirements, right? I mean, we're not using any template. If
That's true.
we build a funnel, every single funnel that we we build, we started from scratch. So there's no template on that. I hope that
That's true.
answers your question, Daryl.
That's what I
Where
always
are you
preach.
from?
Exactly. Templates are for newbies. Unfortunately,
Mm.
it's a good to guide yourself as to how you'd be able to attack it, like how to break sections, how to break certain rows, and then maybe breaking up the copy as well for the page. Let's say if you're building a landing page, for example, there are certain dynamics and components that you need to strictly follow in order to make sure that the page performs. Right? Anybody can design a page, but not everybody would be able to know the psychology behind how it's done. And that's one of the key secrets that we have here at Funnel Expert PH. And of course, with Easy Funnels Academy, alongside my brother and sister. If you follow those stuff, then definitely you'd be able to do good. But again, the straight answer is that really make sure to check out the client's prerequisites or stuff that they wanna achieve. Make sure that communication is open. Make sure that you open yourself up for suggestions and begin working the funnel. And the hardest part is conceptualizing, right? Sometimes I myself, it takes probably about a day or two to really have a solid base as to where I'd be able to attack the design. And that's exactly how the work around those stuff. We got a comment here from baby girl Phoebe. Um, here, is there a lot of competition in the Philippines, like other people doing the same as you guys? No, that's the best part about this is that there are some, and probably about a couple thousands maybe, but in our country, to say the least, in the Philippines, but the most of the competition is are from India and Bangladesh, as far as Asian countries are concerned. So that's the reason why I'm really encouraging people to, if you're new at freelancing, is to try to take a look at funnel building side, and try to see if this is something uh, that you would, fall in love with, and would definitely try to work things out, because it's really a good profession to take as a freelancer. You're getting paid way higher than the most common skill set there is, and that's one thing that you should capitalize. We got a question here from Kokoy Palacios, one of my very own, right here. Let's see. What's good about working with friends? Hey, I'm expecting you to mention me. Koy, unfortunately, Joff is not around. We're having some technical issues, and this is a good question that we need to throw at him. Definitely. And I don't know what's wrong with him. Hopefully, he'd be able to get back as we're heading to the last part of the show. So, yeah, for me, well, it's really, really great, man. I mean, the experience is awesome. Having to work with good friends alongside you, it's crazy. You don't get to feel the sense of having to deal with different types of personalities, maybe. Although it is true that we deal with different personalities as far as our team is concerned. But yeah, the disadvantage, I guess, is where it comes in. Jeff, you around? Right.
Yes.
Take a look at
That's
Koko's question
again,
here.
Jameer.
What's good about
I don't want
working
to
with
answer that
friends?
question. I hate it.
Launch attack together. That's the best part. When we take a break, we all play together, right? So
Yeah, I think I that's a tricky question. Watch out. You're going live next week. I'm going to ask you a lot of
yeah, he's
questions.
going live next. He's going live next week.
What's
He's
good
going live
about
next week.
me?
So what's good about this, Jeff? What's good? I know there are tons of advantages
Ah,
and there could be tons of
okay.
disadvantages
Like me
too.
to mention me
But
here.
would love your
Okay.
take. And then you froze again.
Oh my god. My internet is not really well here. Not really good.
Yeah,
Can you hear
that's a
me
given fact. I
okay?
mean,
Hello?
when I can hear you okay now, definitely. So go. What's your take?
Okay. Well, with working with friends, especially Kokoy, I don't know. We are crazy. We're both crazy.
No.
So we can, when you know, it's we can. It's like working with your family. I think because here at Final Expert PH, we're like a family, and eh, when you're with Final Expert PH, you,
No,
you
no,
are
that's
your
bullshit,
love.
Jeff. You're playing safe. You're playing safe now.
No, it's true. We can joke
Yeah, yeah,
around,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Just kidding you. That's the best part about it is that we can joke around. We can get to communicate freely with
Mhm.
each other. We can get to throw words at each other without having to offend some. But although
Yes.
it's true that we're dealing with different personalities, is what I've said. But it's different because we know each other already. We get to have a good
Mhm.
hang and feel as to, the people we're communicating. Now, on the contrary,
Mhm.
we got one here from Frey. What is the disadvantage of working with friends? This is a good one.
Listen, that familiarity. Sometimes, I think
Yeah.
one of the advantages working with friends is that you can't lie. I think you can't lie with your
That's true.
friends because, yeah, if your friend will tell you that he's going somewhere, I know where he is or
Yeah.
she is,
Do
right?
you want to drop? Do you want to drop names? Who
Shout
keeps
out
on going
to.
out? And he is about to go out today, actually. So
I
no, no,
know.
let's play safe. Let's play safe.
He-
Let's put him in a good spot right now because people might be asking, and we don't want him to be placed in that position. But definitely that's a good one, Joe. And for Faye, yeah, the disadvantages of working with friends is what Jolo said is that you certainly couldn't lie to them. If the moment you do so, definitely, us within the team would be able to know, and it's something that it's something to want to step away from. Anyway, Joff, it's been a good run. Again, I really appreciate you for being here. We had a good hour stretch talking together, and we're kind of like tested
I
with the
know.
with technology sometimes internet being down, and that's perfectly fine. We're not in a perfect world. We're not perfect people right here. The only perfect people is Macy Boyd, our CEO. So we can argue that, right? Certainly can argue that.
I know.
But and yeah, before you go, maybe just one final question from you. I mean, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? And technology played tricks on us again,
Well, as
and
of
you're
now,
suddenly gone. Yeah, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
okay. How about this? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you good now. You're good. You're good.
5 years from now, I'll be okay. So I think 5 years from now, I'll be having my hot coffee in my own house after a long vacation from Bali, Indonesia, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in a freelancing world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the best. That's the best part right here, right? Because everywhere you go, you can work as long as there's internet connection. As cliche as this may sound, we have an internet connection, but it's totally bad right now. Again, I really apologize for everybody hanging out today. Something that we need to correct. We're still working in our office to get everything fully set up. Once we do that, hopefully we'll be able to get back in track. But that is a good one, Joff. I mean, if you're seeing yourself in Bali, Indonesia, 5 years from now, having a hot coffee in front of you, still working as a freelancing, within the freelancing industry, and that is definitely a good one. And yeah, I mean, it's as what it said. It's been over an hour now. We got some. We got a couple of questions right here. Hopefully, 5 years from now, Kuya's internet would be somewhat better. I'm hoping as well. Same here. Uh, we got a shout out from Glam. Wonderful episode, Jameer, Angela, and Joe. Appreciate you, Glam. Hope you're good there. Hope you're good.
Thanks,
And then, Joff,
Clem.
any parting words you'd like to leave for our listeners and viewers, specifically for people in the corporate world looking to do freelancing, or for freelancers in general, please.
Okay. So, first off, Jabir, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you again for having me here tonight, and for those interested in becoming a freelance or switching into a freelance world. Always remember to to not be afraid, take the risk, and I guess when you do that, make sure to have an awesome support system, because you know what, I'm just so lucky. I have my good friends here at Final Expert PH. I have you guys, the Final Expert PH team, and of course, I think I'll go back to my law of life. life. But success is a journey, not a destination. Again, no matter what you do, as long as you try, you can never fail. And if you fail, learn from your mistakes and continue in the next journey. And
Amen. Amen. Amen
yeah,
to that, Joe.
and
Amen. Amen to that. And again, I certainly believe in what you said. Certainly, it's a good one. I think there's no better way to end this episode by leaving such a very powerful wisdom that everybody can take. And I know for the fact that, we're living by it. I am living by it. You are living by it. And definitely these are stuff that people could really take. And again, very well said. Congratulations to you. Keep up your success. I'm totally here for you. I'm down with you. I'm gonna defend you all throughout. I'm always gonna be here to guide you every single step of the way, for your growth and for our growth as a whole. So anyway, it's been, as what I said, it's been a good stretch. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Once again, this is Jameer Angelo, your host for Nothing But Up the podcast, and I'll see you in our next episode. Joff, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Peace, y'all.
peace, yo.
Sage about the flex. Sage about the flex.